Have I gone too far with introspection? Is this right now going to be indisputable proof that I have finally, lost my mind? I talked with Amanda yesterday, and, one of the first questions I asked was, do you think I'm self-obsessed? And she said no, and I think she was right. I think she's being truthful when she says she doesn't think so. But when I think about how much talking I only do to myself simply because no one else will do it with me, that can't be healthy, right? The only way I can have a good conversation is if I have it with myself. That's kind of a bummer. I don't have any friends that'll. Well, that's not true. I have friends that'll do it with me. Amanda will rap with me. Riley will kick it. Jed, to an extent, if I get too into the weeds for Jed, he kind of tunes out. But I don't. I like the white noise. I like it's not that I dislike the silence. It's that, I don't know, you flow a little easier when you're by yourself. I'm in the car right now going to school, and every day this week, I filled an hour of fucking radio time. I filled a half an hour to and from school. Maybe I am saying some shit that I need to say. I don't know. I started getting really into character journal, gonzo journalism. I loved movies with I like Hunter S. Thompson, and I liked Lester Bangs. I liked Philip Seymour Hoffman as Lester Bangs in Almost Famous. But just kind of the string of consciousness, it's such a fluid and pure medium, no breaths, just say whatever you want to say, and it just drivel, it's all bullshit, but you don't have to care, it's free. Just don't judge, just accept it. It's a work of art. It is a piece of art. Just appreciate it. Art's so subjective, we put so much emphasis on what good art is today that we don't even know what good art is. I don't even know what good or bad art is. We were saying before with music, I hate people who just say they don't like music. Or they go, oh, your favorite band? Oh, they suck. Because, what do you say to that? That's just such a, oh, well, nice talking to you. To go, if I were meeting people, and someone was like, hey, what kind of music are you into? It's I like a little bit of everything. Because, of course, that's everyone's default answer is, everyone loves a little bit of everything. Everybody. That's the safest answer you can possibly give somebody. This guy. Come on. If my blinker is on, and your blinker behind me is on, and the space pulls up, don't cut me off, Rob. Alright, where was I? I apologize. That was rude. I'm not angry. Where was I? Art! So, I love the idea of just kind of being an artist, but I can't sing, and I can't really play an instrument, and I can't paint. So what do I got? Well, I like talking a lot, and I like writing a lot. I guess that's kind of just, those are my options. That's my in. And I'm okay with that. I don't know, I just like exploring thoughts, I don't like debates. I don't like debates because debates are arguments. Debates are persuasion. And I'm not trying to persuade you about anything. In a way I am, but I just want to it's I'm comfortable enough talking about the flaws of my ideology. So me asking you to talk about your flaws isn't the same as me pointing out the flaws in your ideology. It's just exploring it, right? That's every ethical debate. That's what fucking Plato and Socrates did thousands of years ago. They just took your beliefs and made you believe jack shit. That's fucking great. You should probably do that. Now granted, you might have an opinion on something, I think murder is bad, and then a week or two later, revisit that opinion and go, yeah, I still think that. So that opinion doesn't change. But when you go oh, well, oh, I hate rap music. Or I hate something. Like, part of your identity is to hate something. Is that really necessary? You know? I think it's kind of like, it's lazy. I don't like to hate things anymore. I mean, yeah, I might bitch and moan and complain and be a hypocrite, but like, the idea of abject hate, it's just so useless. If like, you go like, oh, my favorite movie's The Big Lebowski, and the first thing I hear is Big Lebowski sucks. I go, well, fuck you then. Like, you didn't want a conversation. You just wanted to slap you wanted to slap the food out of my hands. Like, you didn't want to help. It's bitter. It's bitter and it's lazy. Hate is lazy if you don't explain it. And if you can explain it, it's not really hate. You know? We're so tied to our opinions. Everybody, even me, we're all so fucking tied to our opinions in this country. We're so afraid to be proven fucking wrong. Like, it's awful. It truly is. Like, it's dangerous. And this is the entire spectrum as well. I'm a pretty liberal dude, but I'm not 100% liberal. And I know a lot of people who are moderate. But like, moderate's not the word. It's either liberal or conservative. When really, like 90% of the country is like on neither end of the spectrum. But we need to be right or wrong. It is that opinion thing. It is the beliefs. It is our conviction. It is a type of faith. It is a type of like faith in our own beliefs that we are the right ones and they are the wrong ones. And it's just such a like, it's so polarizing. Like, we shouldn't be like that all the time. It goes back to the appreciation of art. The art has to either be good or bad. And it's like, no, it doesn't. Just appreciate the opinion. Yeah, like, there are people that I have differing opinions on, but I'm also not very passionate about mine. I know I like yell really loud, but don't mistake volume for passion. They are not the same thing. They might sound alike, but they're not the same thing. People got a lot of volume. I don't think people have a lot of passion. Like, I don't know, like, I don't like picking on conservative people because it just paints me as a biased fucking whiny liberal dude. Right? But they're fucking crazy, right? Like, the Pope's in town, and they've been, like, the last, 3 or 4 or 5 days, and like, apparently, like, Republicans have just been like chewing this dude out. Like, they've just been protesting everything the fucking Pope has to say. Like, this guy's like one of the leaders of the leader of the like Catholic world, and like, he's on par with the fucking Dalai Lama. And like, people are like, yeah, but fuck that guy. It's like, dude, for real? Every one of you is like so fucking like hell-bent on like religious liberty, and you'll tell the Pope to go fuck himself because he told you to not be a dick. Like, come on, man. Is this a bit? Are you doing this for me? Come on. Is this Arrested Development? But you know what? That Pope guy seems pretty cool. He seems like he knows what he's doing. I hope it all works out, though. In seriousness, like, I hope we figure it out. I'm voting for Bernie Sanders. He seems like a cool dude. But whoever wins, I just hope we find peace in the country. Like, there's a very good chance that we get a Republican president, and a great chance that we get Donald fucking Trump as a president. Whether or not you dislike Donald Trump, whether or not you believe that he is objectively the worst person ever to run a country, if he wins, I plead to, like, I hope that the country doesn't tear itself apart. Like, I hope we don't destroy ourselves to prove that he was wrong. Like, that would be the hateful thing to do. I think that would be spiteful and mean, and it wouldn't accomplish anything. It'd be so contrarian. I say, if he's elected president, just obey fucking laws, You know, pay your taxes, hear what he has to say, protest when you need to, but don't everyone like stop paying your taxes or anything like that. Like, don't lash out at your fellow citizens just because the guy you didn't like won. And that goes the opposite for like, if Bernie Sanders or Hillary wins, that I don't want my Facebook to blow up with another 8 years of like conservative buzzwords and pictures. I think that gets I think more conservative people do that than liberal people that I've seen. And like liberal people obviously do it, but it feels like that's more of like a conservative thing. Like they love poking fun at Obama. Or they love poking fun at kind of everybody. Yeah. I don't know, that could be wrong. That's probably wrong. It's probably half and half, but I don't know. It just seems so fucking mean for conservatives. Like, the fucking refugees, it's like they want to turn away 100,000 people coming from like one of the most war-torn areas in the fucking planet. And they're just like, and it's just out of the question to think that like we can help these people. And I was like, well, think about what happened with Hurricane fucking Trina, like when 100,000 homes got like leveled by fucking nature. Like those people had to go somewhere, and just because they were our citizens didn't make them like, you know, less of like, didn't make them more people. Like there was a picture, and it was a fake picture of like these strong Syrian refugees, and they were like, oh, I guess we're too sick to fight. And I'm like, what the fuck is this supposed to mean? Because this guy is big, he has to go fight or die for his country? Like, that's a pretty bold claim, you know? Like, I guarantee not every strong dude fought in the military in this fucking country, and that doesn't bother me. They go, oh, it's no women and children, it's only strong men. And I go, really? Is it? Let's take a fucking look at the names real quick. Let's read these 100,000 names and really see how many of them are fucking football players in Syria. Like, who cares? Just fucking help them out. Like, that's what really got onto me. And I rarely, I don't get political to the point of yelling at people, but I'm very big on, like, if you don't like the refugees, or if you don't want to help the homeless, like, that's fine. But just be a dick. Just own up to it. At least own your fucking negative. Like, when people are talking about, we don't want 100,000 refugees, why don't we help the homeless veterans instead? Note, not even the homeless people, just homeless veterans. And I go, you're right. All right, fine, cool. We should help the veterans. How much have you donated? How much have you volunteered? How much have you done for homeless veterans? And the answer is almost always fucking nothing. I go, all right, that's cool. You can bitch and moan about helping refugees all you want. But if you personally are not going to help anybody, then fuck you. Come on, make me eat my fucking words, dude. Like, go, like, donate, like, pull up a tab right now on your internet. Donate $10 to a homeless shelter. Donate $5 at your fucking supermarket when they ask, do you want to donate $1 to the children's fund? Donate. No, fuck your taxes. Don't, like, oh, my taxes should already go to that shit. No, fuck you. It's already busy. We need money. It needs fucking money, and no one wants to pay for it. You need to want to help them. All right? It's sacrifice. It's not a trade. If you donate, yes, that money could be wasted. But if it's not wasted, you're going to save a fucking life. So if you don't like the refugees, if you don't like the political process, if you don't like a problem, fucking help solve it. But, like, be constructive. Donate to, like, the Salvation Army. Those dudes help more fucking homeless people than I can think of. Donate to the Red Cross. Donate to the refugees, then. If you don't mind refugees, you just don't want them here, then donate to the UN Refugee Fund. I did $20. $20 was all I fucking sent. And you know what? Like, that, what if? But that $20 is better than 1,000 Facebook posts talking about how they're all terrorists. I just think we're so, like, it's such a bizarre attitude in this country because it's so hypocritical, isn't it? Am I wrong?